What if we got Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta during the Buu saga? Now, we got a couple of questions to answer. The first thing will be, where will Vegeta have the opportunity to become a Super Saiyan 3 during the Buu saga? Now, the best position I would say and make the most sense would be during the fight with Kid Buu. Now, during this fight, we got Goku fighting against Kid Buu as a Super Saiyan 3. Later on, Goku starts to lose power and he decides to have Vegeta take over while he powers up. But he soon realized that he cannot just power up back to Super Saiyan 3, which is something that Goku should have already knew this beforehand. But the thing is, Goku was only accustomed to being Super Saiyan 3 in his spirit body back in Underworld, where he achieved the form. He wasn't accustomed to using it while he was alive and not realizing that you do use up stamina and energy and ki, and you can't just refill back the same way when you're pretty much in Otherworld. It's like playing a video game where you're playing a certain moment and it's like automatically refilling your ki after you use it up, like in Kakarot or something like that. It's something similar like that when you're in Otherworld, but compared to when you're alive, it's back to like the regular basic stuff. Now, at this point, this would have been the best time because Vegeta was still in his spirit body when he fought against Kid Buu. And now ultimately, Vegeta could have had an opportunity to push forward his ki, because Goku said turning Super Saiyan 3 is all about digging in deep. And Vegeta would pretty much have kind of like the memories of Goku from being as Vegito and learning the techniques and different things that they had when it was Vegito as a fusion. And so Vegeta would know how Super Saiyan 3 works at this point. And at this point, Vegeta would just know he had to dig in deep and power up to a level, because Vegeta's is potentially could have already been stronger than Goku at base at this point due to that Majin boost power up that he had. Because even if you look back at the battle between Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta as Majin Vegeta and Super Saiyan 2 Goku in his spirit body, Vegeta was really getting more of the wins. Now, of course, just because Goku has Super Saiyan 3 in his back pocket doesn't mean that his Super Saiyan 2 was stronger than Vegeta. That doesn't mean that, because all it really goes by is your base form. And if your base form and those transformations is just giving you the boost of that, it doesn't mean that Goku could tap into Super Saiyan 3 power as a Super Saiyan 2. He'll have to literally transform into Super Saiyan 3 to reach that power. Because if that was the case, he wouldn't have to transform at all into even a Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2. So the thing to this is that Vegeta could possibly be stronger than Goku. And if he's even if he's relative to Goku's power, he pretty much should have the same ability to tap into Super Saiyan 3. And the thing to this is that in series, one thing that stopped Vegeta from probably even attempting to do this is the fact that at this point, him knowing that Goku has Super Saiyan 3 and that makes Goku stronger than he is at the current moment, because he has Super Saiyan 3, he knows if Goku's saying he just needs 5 minutes to power up and Goku already won the little rock, paper, scissor, and it's his match really at that time, Vegeta's not going to really, try to take the win from Goku at this point, or even strive to try to push himself to achieve it. Now, if Goku just flat out said, "Hey, I ran out of ki, and what are we gonna do at this point?" Which that was like after the fact, after Vegeta went in and got banged up by Kid Buu, that he realized he can't power back up to Super Saiyan 3. It kind of takes away from Vegeta at this point trying to push forward. Or maybe it could have. At this point, Vegeta could have still tried to dig in deep at this point, because the thing is, at this point, we got everyone stepping in, and eventually we got Fat Buu coming out, and who steps in to try to hold back, Kid Buu at this point. And later on, they're able to wish everyone back to life, and Vegeta is back in his regular body, and he doesn't have the durability or the stamina hacks that he has. And at this point, this could be something that's harder because he's already banged up and bruised, which is going to be hard for him to the point he couldn't even turn Super Saiyan. And this would make it a challenge. So if Vegeta was still in his spirit body and Goku didn't give, Vegeta the BS that he just needed 5 minutes to power back up, and they was just going to figure out what they had to do, Vegeta could have, if Vegeta had something to motivate him to push his pride, to dig in deep, to make him want to achieve and realize like he could be the one to save everyone, knowing that there's a Super Saiyan 3 out there and his power is close to Goku, he should definitely dig in. That's the reason why in Daima, Vegeta is already so close to, you know, he already achieved Super Saiyan 3 in about a year. And even though he went to go train extra hard, but he probably was training extra hard, probably already achieved it and trained extra hard to probably try to overcome the stamina issues that he saw Goku had at that point. And probably later on realizing that it's still taxing and that's probably why he doesn't use it. But then again, Diamond could just be a whole different continuity compared to, you know, Super and everything else. So he's probably still going to be using Super Saiyan 3 if they do a continuation for Daima at this point. And that's a big possibility. So I think that would have been the best case for Vegeta to turn Super Saiyan 3. And if he did turn Super Saiyan 3 in his spirit body, he probably would have definitely gave Kid Buu a run for his money. Now, typically, how I think everything would have played out, everything would have possibly maybe play out the same way, even with two Super Saiyan 3s. Because the thing is, how I look at it and seeing what Kid Buu in the series with everything that we've seen from him is that if Vegeta was able to power up to Super Saiyan 3 and give Goku time to rest, if Kid Buu was trying to fight both Super Saiyan 3 back to back or both of them at the same time, this would have caused a big problem for him. And either Kid Buu would either try to do two things. Once they start overpowering him, he would eventually try to either absorb Goku or Vegeta to have that power like he did with the Kais, or either he would have tried to sense and find where Gohan is and try to get that power back to become a Kid Buu version of Buhan. And that would have been interesting to see, a miniature version of Buhan. But then again, if Gohan is up and ready, he probably would not let Kid Buu absorb him either, because he already know what's Buu's tricks, especially if he see his ultimate form is going to be able to take him out. And I don't think Kid Buu is as intelligent as Super Buu, so he probably wouldn't be able to come up with a clever tactic like Super Buu did to pretty much trying to absorb, you know, Gohan or either Goku or Vegeta. But the thing is, he is chaotic, so he could have probably pulled something out of his sleeves, like the same way how he was, you know, having the attack that go underground to hit them from the other side. So he is unpredictable, so he probably could have ended up reabsorbing someone all over again. So who knows? But ultimately, in this type of case, they probably still would have probably needed a spirit bomb to probably fully finish him off, because even if Vegeta was to unlock Super Saiyan 3 at that moment, he probably would have still had to get accustomed to it somehow.